Hey, good morning, guys. I want to start out this vlog by I'm gonna ride my one wheel to the gas station, get a Monster, and then we're gonna start messing with this axle again. But I don't know, I'm kind of dragging this morning, so I'm gonna go get some caffeine. Never driven this thing this far. I'm kind of scared. No cars yet. Oh god, I'm hauling ass. Okay, now we're on the sidewalk. Bank. It's about a mile from the house. Hopefully this doesn't die. I think it's fully charged. I checked, but it was acting kind of weird when I had my phone hooked up to it. Oh, it feels really nice out here. I'm trying to get out here earlier and earlier to get work done on the truck because the temperature here in Texas is kind of cooled off, but only in the morning. If you wait till the afternoon, you're still going to cook. So. Grab the back one because it's colder. Oh, my feet hurt. Oh. All right. My drink's a little warm now, but that's fine. Anyways, so guys, yesterday's video, we got Fastlane Q's engine, 6-liter iron block we got to put together for his turbo Camaro. So I really need to, me and him are going to get busting on this pretty soon. We're going to do a full build video on this, but for now we're just going to keep focusing on the Ranger. I'm not going to do much with the Silverado yet. I don't really want to dig into this thing until I have proper time to mess with it. That's the truth. But I don't know. I really like to get this thing running. This truck's gonna be, this used to be a street truck. I built this truck actually a couple years ago. Sold it to my buddy as a roller. I bought it back as like a semi-roller, so it's got an engine and trans in it now. But I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it yet because I already have a street truck. I don't want to like a bunch of random vehicles. So this one I might try to turn into like a little dirt truck. It's only a 2-wheel drive, but it may be cool to put like a little, maybe a small lift on it, some off-road tires, and just kind of goof around on some trails with it. Obviously I'm not going to go rock climbing with it, but we'll see. We'll try to make something cool out of that. I'm kind of undecided yet. But anyways, now on this focus, on this video, I got to undo the brake lines. I'm going to install these as fast as possible to prevent all the brake fluid from leaking out. And then I'm just going to lower the axle on the jack, drag it out, put this one up. This has to be completely up in the truck, U-bolts on, for me to be able to put the brackets we made yesterday. To be able to put these on, because they're going to sit something like this on the axle, and then this is like a support. And it's got to sit on the axle tube kind of perfectly, otherwise the track bars are not going to be even. And when I first built track bar mounts on this axle, I did it wrong. It looked like crap. I hated it. These I did a lot better. I did them like way faster, but they came out better because I didn't care as much about this axle, and that's just how it works sometimes. So without further ado, I'm gonna get you all on the tripod and we'll go ahead and get started on this. All right, so just go over everything. Track bar mounts off, shock mounts off, both sides. The brake lines are now connected to these, so I probably need to zip tie these up. And then we're gonna lower the axle onto the jack stands up front. Those are on the leaf spring mounts, and that should let the axle sag independently of the frame. And that's it. Then I'm gonna pull the 18mm U-bolts, and I'm just gonna lower it and drag it out and then reverse the whole process. And then we gotta do it one more time after that, so. Oh God. Oh no, the jack is stuck. Oh no, what have I done? The jack. All right, well I freaking lowered it down on the jack handle. Now it's stuck, so I gotta figure that out. Whoops. Stand by, I gotta figure something out. All right, we're good. I got it all reset. One down. Ooh. Okay, so we're on the jack stands. That's good. Hopefully this drops low enough to get there. Oh God damn, did it just move? Okay, so that's. So we have a little bit of weight on things. The axle kind of fell, but that's fine. I should have known I was going to do that. Ah, just destroying my floor. Okay, there we go. I guess I'll turn this. These are the brackets I was talking about. They're kind of hard to see, but that's what we got to put on the new axle. So I already got the, like I said, I already got the pre-made parts made. We just got to slide that underneath and get it kind of semi-mounted up. So I'm going to get this drag out the way. Oh, I'm already out of breath. All right, that's mostly out the way. And then we somehow have to drag this underneath on that, on the jack. So I guess I'll put it on the floor. Boom, look at that, all right. Now, okay, that was easier than I thought. The shock out the way. Okay, good. Something like that. Okay, so I kind of got it up now. It fought me a little bit. Still not perfect, but we can adjust it now. I think that's all it is. All right. The hard part was the axle wanted to keep tilting because the pumpkin's forward heavy, and then you got to get the leaf spring mount level, and there's a little pin that has to go in a hole. So that's all good now. So now we just got to square our shackles up on either side. I'm gonna go ahead and impact those down, and then the axle will pretty much be mounted enough for me to tack my track bar mounts on. So, and then these you just kind of torque evenly. And just make sure your axle's sitting where it's supposed to be. This looks pretty good. Boom. All right, so now I need to preload the suspension. Okay, so now it's just barely off the jack stands. So that's how it's gonna sit when it's in the truck, I guess, loaded down. Cool, so now I need to get my brackets in place. So here's our traction bar. And the way it works is a bolt goes through here to the adjustment, and then that goes there. So we basically need to put the bolt through there, put this on there, tack it, and then tack our little reinforcement plate. And once it's tacked on both sides, we lower the axle back out and we weld it all up on the ground. So that's gonna go kind of like that. So maybe I need to get another jack to hold that in place so I can get this tacked. But that's why I needed to grind some of this up to make sure this wasn't gonna interfere with that. That's why we did all that grinding before. Cool. Well, I'm gonna get this tacked up, knocked up, and I'll show y'all once it's all done. All right, so there it is all tacked together. I just gotta get it tacked up on the axle and then do the same for the other side. Then we're gonna take these off, completely weld them up, and tack them on the axle, pull the axle back off again, and completely weld it up. All right, finally, this took a little while longer than I thought, but these are welded solid to each other, but they're not welded solid to the axle, they're tacked. So I got this side done. I got this side done. So now I'm going to take the track bars back off, take the axle back off, drag it back underneath it, finish weld all that, and then we're going to move on to the next step, which is probably continue to strip it down, paint, and that's it, and kind of go from there. We still have kind of a lot of work to do on this axle, so I don't want to just call it good and send it as it sits on the truck now. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it as easy as possible, drag the axle out, and then we'll get, we'll kind of go on from there.